Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in today. Today I'm going to be reviewing for you two Coastal Scents brushes that I just ordered. The black synthetic foundation brush and the Italian Badger angled brush. And these are the first two brushes I've ever purchased from Coastal Scents. I was kind of just looking for some cheap brushes that were kind of give me, something new to try for my everyday makeup routine. I don't know about you guys, but I get really bored sometimes just using the same brushes over and over again. So a lot of the brushes I have are really old and I'm kind of just getting sick of them. So I thought, for a few dollars, this is a great way to kind of switch up my makeup routine. So I'm going to start with the black synthetic foundation brush. The reason why I was really interested in this brush is because it's sort of a spin-off on a traditional foundation brush. Here is my Clinique regular foundation brush that I use. It's fairly flat, and this is natural bristles, and it's pretty firm. So it doesn't move a lot. I really love this brush, but I kind of wanted to try something with a little bit more buffing capabilities. This works really well for spreading product around the face, but it doesn't really work as well as far as blending in products, especially more creamy consistency or thicker consistency products. So I thought that something like this might be a little better, that has a little bit wider of a side profile. It is a little bit wider in thickness, slightly maybe. It just kind of flares out a little bit towards the end more. And then as a side comparison, you can see it's a lot fluffier. Now, fluffy doesn't necessarily mean dense. I would say this is fairly dense. There are a lot of bristles. However, this is synthetic, so it is a lot more flimsy than my Clinique foundation brush, and I kind of like the firmness of this because it really helps to just control the product. With this brush, I originally wanted to use it with my Dream Smooth Mousse, and this did not work well with my Dream Smooth Mousse at all. It just kind of ate up all the product, and a lot of the product ended up just getting stuck in the bristles, and it just didn't really glide it on at all. It didn't really control the product well. But I have found that this product works really well with liquid foundations that are very watery. So any kind of thicker consistency product, for example, like the Matte Velvet Plus, or any kind of foundations that are more maybe gel-based or a little bit thicker, you probably would want to stay away from using this brush with that. But as far as using this with a really liquidy product, I've really been loving the combination of a traditional foundation brush, just having that little bit extra width here and having that fluffiness. I almost prefer using this just to spread out the foundation around the face and then just kind of buff it in. I literally use this almost like a traditional buffer brush. I don't really spread it, I don't really paint it onto my face. I really just use it to kind of buff the foundation around my face once it's already been applied. So I really like the effect I get with this brush, but because it is synthetic bristles, I find it does get a little streaky if I just use it kind of spreading it out around the face. Whereas with a natural fibered one like this that's a little bit more firm, I don't have that problem. So if you're gonna check out this brush, I think it's a great brush, don't get me wrong, but don't try using it with any kind of cream to powders or really thick consistency foundations. It probably won't work out very well for you. But if you have a liquid foundation and you're just looking for something fun and new to try, kind of that nice happy medium between a Sephora number 55 airbrush and a regular foundation brush, it kind of has that nice synthetic fluffiness, not going to eat up a lot of product or anything like that. It's a little more precise than a large fluffy brush like the Sephora number 55. This is not very precise because it's really hard to get into the face with this. But this is kind of the same idea, but smaller. I don't know if that makes sense. So, and I believe this was only it was under $5. So it's definitely worth trying out. I didn't have any problems washing this. It doesn't shed at all, and I haven't had any bristles falling out. I didn't have any dye coming out of it when I first washed it or anything. So I've been really happy with the quality of it, and I really like the black handle, and I like the length of it. It's very lightweight in the hand and not heavy at all, so I really like that brush. The next brush I'm going to be reviewing is the angled face brush, the Italian Badger. This is natural hair. This one's a little bit shorter. It has like a red wooden handle. And I bought this because I was originally using the Bare Essential angled face brush, and I love this brush a lot, but it is a little bit bigger. Just to compare the sizes, you can see that this Bare Essentials one is a lot thicker and also a lot longer, and it just kind of would cover a lot bigger portion of the face, which I think is good for like bronzer. But as far as like highlighter or like a contour, I absolutely am loving the size of this brush. It works so well in just getting into like those parts of the face. Like I like to bring out my bronzer here, work the contour here. I've even used this as a highlight up in the highlight area. It's just a really awesome brush because it's so precise. When I first got it, it had like a little bit of a weird smell, but after washing it, I haven't noticed the smell at all. So that doesn't really bother me that much. Only thing I'll say with this one is because it's natural hairs, it's fairly soft, like no complaints, but I have this phobia of scratchy brushes, and a lot of my Bare Essentials brushes are very scratchy for some reason, probably because they are that natural hair. And so this one is a lot softer than most of my Bare Essentials brushes right now, but I could see this, you know, with a lot of washing possibly getting a little bit dry. So I'd just say if you're interested in this brush at all, definitely wash it before you use it because it has a weird smell, and then make sure you're conditioning it every once in a while or washing it along with some kind of like olive oil or using a really gentle cleanser because you don't want to strip any of the moisture from this natural hair. And I believe this one was also under $5. I think all together, both of these brushes with shipping was under $10. I believe it was around $10. I'm sorry I don't have the specifics for you, but Coastal Scents, I got these brushes in like a matter of days. It was $1.97 for shipping. So as a first-time customer, I've been really satisfied with the quality of these brushes. You know, very rarely can you buy a brush for under $5 and actually feel like you're coming away with like something really good. So I'll definitely consider buying more Coastal Scents brushes in the future. So if you enjoyed my review, you know, maybe feel free to check either of these two out. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, feel free to leave a comment below if you have a question or if there's something that I forgot to mention in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you'll consider subscribing and following me on Twitter, checking out my blog. All the info is on my channel. So thanks so much and have a great day.